What is up, guys? Welcome back to another video. We are back in the garage with the Mk6 again. Behind me, obviously, got the TCR. So today we are installing a set of Super Pro lower control arms. These are to help to give a bit more caster, a bit of camber underneath the car, and just correct some things on the car. So I'm just going to open these up and we'll have a quick look. I opened them up the other day, which I'll just show you here. They do look pretty nice. So it's pretty easy to reinstall. There's 3 bolts on the bottom of the car. These go in, which have, I think, 2 or 3 bolts to hold them in. A bit difficult to get out, yeah, 3. And then also 1 large bolt, which goes into the end of here, which I'll show you a little bit more detail once we're underneath the car and got her jacked up. A bit of a car park out here today. Got a couple of them, same generation, these two. And we've got Luca giving us a hand. He's got the Candy WD-40. So we're going to give this guy a jack up. And then once she's up in the air, we'll throw some penetrant on all the bolts. And once that's all done, we're going to crack them all loose, take them off, put on the new ones, and we should be good to go. So let me jack this up and we'll come right back to you. Alrighty, so got our toolkit ready to go over there. Got my impact. We're going to take off the wheels now. We're all in the air, as you can see, on jack stand and the jack over that side. We're going to throw wheels underneath the car as well, just to make sure it's safe. So let's take these wheels off, throw them under, and then we're going to lubricate with RP7 or WD-40 just next to Luca there. So I'm just going to grab our lug tool, which is over here. And we're going to need these to remove the lug. So let's get these off. Alrighty, wheels are off. As you can see, both sides, 1 and over here, 2. So our next job here is, on both sides we have height sensors. I'm not really sure if you can see that too well, but there's a height sensor. Let me just grab my phone. So as you can see, there's a little height sensor there, which we're going to pull off. And then once that is off, we can go ahead and drop the lower control arm, and then throw the new ones on. So I'll start removing some stuff. We're going to put some RP7 on there as well. And then once we get to removing the bolts, I will come back around and show you them. Alright, so we've just RP7'd all the bolts underneath here. So there's quite a few, 3 just there, another one just there, and then 3 at the back. So they're all done, both sides, so we could just do the other one. I just want to quickly show you guys the height sensor. So right in here, it's not really going to expose for us, but I'll just put my hand on it right here. So this is the height sensor, and it swiggles and it does the headlight adjustment. So what you do is I would recommend grabbing a set of pliers like these. Needle nose is your best bet. Grab onto the side of it and then just pull. So, alright guys, so we've got a 16 for the lower ball joints and then an 18 for the rest of the bolts. So 18 fits all of them. Grab yourself a nice long breaker barrel like we've got here, and then we're just going to break all these loose by hand, and then you can grab the gun on them if you can reach it in there, and then just whack the bolts out after. It's always good to do it by hand just so you don't strip or break anything. So we're going to jump underneath the car. Alright, so we've got one of them off. This is the passenger side one. So the whole reason why we're doing this is because this is a random control arm and we don't know why it's on the car. So on this side of the car, which I should have videoed before, but it actually poked out more and drooped down to the floor more than the driver's side. And the driver's side one is an OEM because I've confirmed the part number, but this one has some random part numbers on it and no VW logo. So I'm not actually sure why this is on the car or where or what sort of model it's from. It does have some Audi branding on the spindle on the end of it. Not really too sure what car this is from, but if you actually line this up on the thing, it's actually longer at the end than the Super Pro one. I get the Super Pro one is aftermarket, but it just sits that little bit longer than the OEM, and we have fitment issues. So we're going to go ahead. I've already taken off the height sensor, which screws on with a 10mm, and that just throws straight back in there on the new one, which is going to go back onto the car, and then we should be good to go. So once we've thrown that back in, I will show you. We're going to do the other side as well, but we'll throw this one in quickly, and then we'll come back to you guys. Alright, quick update for you guys. It's been about an hour or so, and now we are working. So we actually worked out that these are left and right. They're not actually really labelled when you look at the box. So we worked out that they were going on backwards. So you can see here we put the nuts on, it's actually backwards. So we've flipped them now. This originally was on the other side of the car, which we've now flipped. And the way that it gives it away is on the bottom of these, there's like an insert for the nut, which we didn't know about. So we are now amending what we've done. So Luca's nearly finished that side, and I've just done up all the spindle bolts. So one side is just about to be done, which is good, and then we'll put the other side in, and we should be able to put the car back on the ground. And then we should have equal wheel sides. Might be a little bit off because obviously we need to play with the alignment again now that we've fucked with the spindles and everything being moved. But this also will give us a little bit of positive caster and a little bit extra camber, which will be nice. Obviously we're still on the factory wheels with some old semi-slicks, but once we get some good wheels and coilovers, it's going to make a huge difference. So we're going to continue, and then once it's back on the ground, I'll show you the difference and show you what we're working with. Thanks guys. Alright, some time has passed. We've been doing a whole lot of shit trying to make it work, trying to work out the best way to put these lower control arms in, because look, to be honest, I'm not a mechanic. I'm just here doing a handyman job of what I want to do. So we're pretty much done now. So both sides are in. So there you go, you can see it nice and silver. Coming in the other side where Luca is. And this one is in as well. So the main issue that you have when you're doing it up, it's a bit like a teetering effect. So you got to get one in to get the next in and then the next in. So the lower ball joint, which is here, as you can see, like all the little bolts, this is what I would put on first, and then the big knuckle, and then this one. I was doing it this one, that one, and then this one, which is causing all of our issues. And then obviously we did have them flip the wrong way to start with. Look, fully my fault. We should have quickly checked over everything before we started, but you know, we just got straight into it and we sort of had some issues. But the car is done. I also did notice while I was underneath the car, the subframe is also towards one side a little bit. So I will correct that in another video. I've done enough for tonight. I'll probably jack it up again and fix it at a later date with someone with me, just so I can undo it lightly, push it over, and then get it corrected. Because you can see underneath here, let me see if I can get the camera down. So on the back of the car, where was it? It's a bit hard for you guys to see, but it's like up in here where the subframe connects on the front. In the back, yeah, it's not really good viewing point for you guys, but it just, oh, here you go. So up there, as you can see, like there's the dirt residues there, and then the soft frame used to be there. So it looks like someone's played with it at some point to do something or put something in the car, which I'm not too sure why. Maybe it was when they were changing something in and out or servicing something, but they haven't put it in straight. So when we do the deadlock kit, we will make it straight again. So that'll fix it. But for now, everything's back together. All we're going to do is put the wheels on. So I'm going to leave it here. I think that's going to be it for the video. It has been sort of a long one, jumping all over the spot. Like again, look, I'm not the best at running the narrative of doing the install, which I do apologize, but I'll try and get better at what I am doing. But I do hope you're enjoying the content of what's coming from the Mk6. And you would have seen another video before this one of doing the head unit install. So I will catch you guys in the next one. For tonight, that's been the Super Pro install. Luke has been chilling, and we've been having a great time. So thank you very much for watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace out, guys.